Well, a stop sign always means stop, but at one intersection on Indianapolis' southwest side, some people are turning that into an option.
And so far, Mark, nothing is being done about it. RTV6's Paris LaBelle has more on the stop sign confusion.
It's this intersection here at Southport and Man Road, and it's those stop signs out there that people just aren't stopping for. Car after car, and even a cement truck running the stop signs.
Several wrecks out here, a lot of horn blowing right there.
In fact, we even saw a Metro police officer not stopping for those stop signs. Gil Wayne Scott and his wife have lived in this home for 26 years. He says the intersection has always been bad, but with more traffic now in the area, the issues are even worse.
Bad design. If you come off the Southport and turn like that car's coming right there that just run the stop sign, well, almost did. Yeah, he did. When you turn, if you're not familiar with this intersection, it looks like a straight shot, and you don't realize there's a road coming in from the side. So you just get, oh, here we go. We're rolling now.
And crashes come along with the territory.
We're sitting on the back porch, and I hear tires squeal and crunch and come out, and sure enough.
Gil and his wife say they've contacted the city and IMPD. Have you ever seen targeted patrols out here, or police officers trying to catch people?
No. No.
We went to Metro Police and asked them what's going on. They tell us they're looking into it, and they say they'll be focusing more traffic patrols on that intersection.
Just blow up the intersection and start over with.
Police say if you have a concern about a stretch of roadway or an intersection and want more patrols in your area, go to their website, impd.indy.gov. In Indianapolis, Paris LaBelle, RTV6.
Thanks, Paris. And we also reached out to the city about the problems at the intersection. DPW says they are putting the final touches on a nearly $900,000 improvement to the intersection that is expected to be completed in 2021. We did ask IMPD for the number of crashes in the area, but they told us it would take a few days to pull the numbers.
2 city employees have been reprimanded after they both made disparaging comments on social media about a local crime prevention organization. Commenting on a Facebook Live video, Greg Merriweather, an IMPD civilian employee, used an offensive word to describe the 10-point coalition. And Shauna Majors, an Indianapolis employee, implied they were just after money. Merriweather was suspended for 3 days without pay, and Majors received a formal warning. Reverend Charles Harrison, the leader of the 10-point coalition, said he was stunned by the social media comments.
For him, I'm not for sure, and I've said this publicly, I think he ought to lose his job. I'm more open to talk to Shauna Majors, to hear from her about her explanation of her post, to believe that there's...
IMPD Chief Brian Roach said he hopes to sit down with Harrison to work through any issues. New developments, the Marion County prosecutor has decided not to file charges at this time against 2 men arrested for the shooting of 2 southern Indiana judges.
Clark County judges Andrew Adams and Brad Jacobs are recovering from the May 1st shooting at the downtown White Castle near Lucas Oil Stadium. After reviewing surveillance video, Metro Police arrested Brandon Kaiser and Alfredo Vasquez earlier this week. But now they say they need to complete an additional investigation before making a charging decision in this case.
There's a guilty plea in one of the more bizarre death investigations in recent local history. We learned today Jason Hancock will plead guilty to abuse of a corpse and voluntary manslaughter in the death of Michael Marks. In February 2018, Marks' body was found buried and covered in concrete inside an Indianapolis warehouse. Investigators say Hancock and Marks had been involved in a dispute over items Marks allegedly stole. In exchange for the guilty plea, prosecutors will drop murder charges against Hancock.
A newly released audit raises questions about missing money at Indian Creek High School in Trafalgar. Now, the audit says former choir director Douglas McKinley must repay taxpayers more than $7,000. Officials at the Nineveh Hensley Jackson United School Corporations contacted the State Board of Accounts when they noticed some discrepancies in their choir collection funds. Auditors found McKinley failed to remit thousands of dollars in money from concession stand sales, fundraisers, and trips. Criminal charges have not been filed in this case. He is no longer employed with the school district and resigned in 2018.
Storm Team 6 says our transition to cooler air is complete. If you didn't wear a coat or a jacket earlier today, you're probably going to need to have one for tonight. Kevin Gregory is here with that evening outlook, and what a difference it felt like today.
20 degrees difference in the last 24 hours, and we were 30 degrees warmer a year ago today at this time. We're dry tonight, lots of clouds out there, and the clouds should actually break wake up later. That's part of the recipe for such a cool morning. We'll start with temperatures in the lower 40s. Rain late Saturday and the first part of Sunday. We'll have more on that timing, but that looks like the game plan here as we move forward. Here's the temperature change in the last 24 hours. You don't need these numbers. You already can feel that big change. 52 degrees in Muncie, Kokomo at 54. The rain last night was the transition to the cooler temperatures. Our high today was actually 56, and that was just after midnight last night. It's 56 in Bedford now, 54 in Columbus. Subtract a couple of degrees in Bloomington. Lots of clouds around this evening. The wind will begin to calm down. It will be a slow temperature drop. Once the clouds begin to break up, that'll set the stage for temperatures to fall. At the Motor Speedway tomorrow, a dry morning. We'll see the clouds increase. The temperature will be slow to budge. By 1 o'clock, about 57. As we get to the afternoon hours, an increasing chance for showers. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 30% chance of rain. I think the most likely time for rain will end up being tomorrow night. There's your average temperature, and there's the forecast temperature over the next several days. We'll talk about our cool and sometimes wet pattern coming up.
A school needs your help to get a playground that can meet the needs of special needs children. Right now, the playground at Western Primary School is not conducive for children with special needs. The gravel surface that leads to the playground area is problematic, and that's just the beginning of the issues. There's a campaign to raise $120,000 for a special needs playground that looks like this. Parents fully support the effort.
I think it's very important. You know, you go out to the playground with kids every day and you see all them running around enjoying the equipment, and you know, then you see other kids with disabilities and you know, they're just kind of held back, and you know, they're looking at the other kids saying, you know, I want to do that.
If you are interested in donating, you can send checks out to the Western School Corporation located at 2600 South, 600 West, Rushville, Indiana.
This summer, you'll see more electric scooters throughout Indianapolis as new regulations are passed by the city. Working for you, our Aaron Lish shows us what the changes are and how they'll impact our streets.
You see Bird and Lime scooting around the city, and soon lift and spin electric scooters will be in Indy. Friday morning, the board of the Department of Business and Neighborhood Service approved new regulations for these shared mobility operators. For instance, limiting each company to 1,000 scooters so they don't take away extra space on the streets than needed.
And what we've seen through the data that we've been collecting is some dips in utilization that would indicate there's actually too many scooters on the streets.
It will also change the placement of the scooters, so they'll move some to what's being called access areas, which are outside of the downtown, making them more accessible to everyone, which board members say is a good thing.
We're not only focused on downtown when it comes to access to the last mile and transportation that we're thinking about, you know, around the city, especially our underserved areas.
With the 4 electric scooter companies and Pacers Bike Share, there's only one spot left for another shared mobility operator. The regulation will go into effect near the end of June or early July. Aaron Lish, RTV6.
Thanks, Aaron. And new at 6, a change in artistic leadership at the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra, but you'll have enough time to get used to the idea. Music director Krzysztof Urbanski, he is concluding his run with ISO at the end of the 2020-2021 season. Urbanski began his term in 2011. At the time, he was the youngest artistic leader of any major American orchestra. Under his leadership, the ISO has seen multiple years of record ticket sales.
A big book donation today. Schools and nonprofit groups are getting an extra 5,000 books as part of a giveaway organized by Half Price Books. Half the books were donated to the drive by customers, with Half Price Books matching those donations.
We just want to get books in the hands of kids and teachers that need them, and we feel it's part of our duty to do the best we can to make sure every child has a book that needs one.
This is the 21st year the nationwide chain has held its half-pint library book drive. And work, but great pay. Next, the recruitment effort now underway to get more construction workers on the job site.
And our 70th anniversary memories continue. Tonight, a former reporter remembers an on-air standoff with a fly.
And I'm Dave First, live at a very chilly Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but we've got qualifying out of the way, looking ahead to the Grand Prix tomorrow. And oh yeah, the Indy 500 coming up. Well, the practice which begins next Tuesday. Tony Kanaan will join us on Trackside 6 coming up.
Chilly but dry for Dave at the track right now. Will it stay that way this weekend? Shower chances increase in the afternoon. You can see that there. I'll finish the timeline through Mother's Day coming up.
Keller and Keller, right now.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Hiring Hoosiers connects you to job opportunities. Tonight, we delve into a new initiative called Work in Roads. Its focus is to bring awareness to the need for employees in the horizontal construction industry, roads, bridges, and highways. We're about to repair or replace more than 1,300 bridges and resurface more than 10,000 miles of roads in Indiana, according to the State Transportation Department. But there's a vast labor shortage. Work in Roads is looking to recruit all levels of personnel, from operators, project managers, and concrete mixer truck drivers to engineers and inspectors. Several contractor companies and building materials suppliers, including Irving Materials, Inc., have banded together to create Work in Roads. They just want applicants with a solid work ethic.
We pay very well. We have excellent benefits, great retirement plans for all of our folks. It's that work-life balance that makes it kind of difficult in our industry. In my aggregate mines, it's pretty much almost like a factory job. 6 o'clock in the morning, get off in the afternoon, Monday through Friday, some weekends.
And so for the next 10 years at a minimum, probably longer, we're going to have long-term, steady, dependable funding, which guarantees people can be working that entire time.
No experience is necessary. There are paid training programs in place. If you want to learn more or get connected to a job, go to hiringhoosiers.com and click on the link in this story. As Channel 6 prepares to celebrate 70 years on the air, we're having a lot of fun combing through the archives and talking with former staffers about their favorite moments, serious and fun.
It's all over the board with this one. So tonight we check in with former anchor and reporter Tracy Horth as she shares a memory that she wishes would just fly away, never to be seen again. But no such luck. We found it.
I think one of the most amazing moments in my professional life, I was very new in my career, and it was a very hot summer day, and I was covering some teacher strike somewhere, and I was doing a live shot on the noon show, and a fly flew up my nose. And so the fly was circling around my nose, would land, and then I would and then I'd keep talking, and then it finally went up my nose.
And they are having a meeting tonight at Winchester School at 7 o'clock.
I know that's here somewhere in the vault, and I wish it would not be in the vault, but I'm sure it is.
Excuse me, this is Tracy Horth with The Fly, an Instacam report, and we'll talk about it later at the 5 o'clock show.
She's such a trooper. That was just, that's rough.
Oh, wait. Oh, yep.
No.
Yep. I would not be surprised.
Man.
I'd not be surprised.
Oh, you just never know what's going to happen on live TV.
Right.
She's got so many memories.
So many memories.
But it's funny what sticks in your mind.
The Fly. You never forget that one. I'm saying.
You can't.
Anything like that happen to you guys?
I don't want to bring it up.
How about the time you screamed and you saw the dead roach over there?
Yeah, the bug on set.
TV,
yeah.
Well, Tracy is now the Chief Executive Officer of the Indiana Coalition to End Sexual Assault. She's also very proud to point out that she is now a grandma.
It's so fun to see everybody come back in, so I had a chance to visit with her when she was here to do an interview and share the memory. She did not mention that, what was going on.
Thank goodness she had no flies in that interview.
Nope. 58, that's temperature in Lafayette right now. As the clouds clear a little bit, you may get a little burst of warmth. 55 in Terre Haute, temperature in Indy. At 52 degrees, we should be at 71. Frost alert, frost advisory to the north. This is not for central Indiana, right along the state line with Michigan, just to show you. It will be cold. They'll have clear skies and light wind up there. That will help temperatures get colder. For us, we'll battle the cloud cover. 39, the temperature in the morning in Peru. 42 in India. A very cool start to Mother's Day weekend. We really don't warm up a whole lot. It's going to be a 50s kind of weekend, especially second half. Tomorrow, the optimistic high, 62. It will depend on the timing of the rain. It looks like the rain starts late enough that we should be able to manage that. 55 with a 40% chance of rain on a Sunday. Our rain chances will peak tomorrow night into the morning hours on Sunday. Notice through the afternoon hours, we're in pretty good shape. I think it will start in western Indiana first, then move to the east. As far as our rainfall potential, should be a ½ an inch or less. These are 4 different models, all showing potential for Indianapolis. It's all cloud cover first thing in the morning. Some breaks in there. Then the clouds fill back in. The rain showers begin to line up 4 o'clock from Terre Haute to Crawfordsville to just west of Kokomo in Peru. That will move to the east and into central Indiana during the evening. Of course, the green flag flies at the Speedway tomorrow at 3:50. Temperatures from 60 to the low to mid 60s down to the south. The most likely time for rain on Sunday is Sunday morning. That was 7 to 10, 10 to 1, that moves out. I think we'll see a large dry stretch before potentially some showers return in the evening. Sunday's temperatures all in the 50s. If you're looking for warmth, be patient. It's not until Wednesday or Thursday of next week that our temperature even hits 70 for the high. Nothing real warm in the 7-day planner. Overall, it's not too wet. We're changing the pattern a little bit, cooler and drier.
All right, we'll deal with it for the next couple of days.
All right.
Time now for Trackside 6.
Day first is live at the Speedway with Tony Kanaan as Grand Prix qualifying has wrapped up. Hopefully you guys are staying warm over there.
It's almost winter coat weather out here.
I live here now. I'm fine.
If only you knew. I mean, this is a great excuse for you to go back to Miami for a couple days.
Tell me about it. I got to go to the office Sunday morning.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing. By the end of the month, you know it's going to be like 90 degrees.
There was 95 race day. We'll be sweating like crazy.
Well, let's show you what happened in qualifying, and all eyes on the 27-year-old from Sweden, Felix Rosenqvist, the quote-unquote rookie for Chip Ganassi Racing. And this is his 3rd Fast 6 of the season, so he's been up there all season long. Turned in the fastest lap, not the fastest lap of qualifying, but the fastest lap of that Firestone Fast 6. And Felix Rosenqvist with his first pole of the season. He'll start up front along with his teammate Scott Dixon tomorrow afternoon.
That was amazing. I think, we held in there, and both cars were fast, so we just had to be calm and, be quick when it mattered. It was tough to make the shootouts. It was so tight, and every time I came in and I looked at the times, I was like, oh, like if I didn't get that last lap in, I wouldn't have, succeeded. So, yeah, amazing, and the car was just great.
So, quick 6 looking like this. I mentioned Rosenqvist didn't have the fastest lap, the qualifying session, the qualifying afternoon. That actually belonged to Colton Herta, who did it in the 2nd qualifying session, not in the Firestone Fast 6.
Because they had a new tire. The people that advanced to the Fast 6, right. It was a used Reds already, so they're never going to be as quick.
Instead, though, Herta will start 4th. Colton Herta, man.
I mean, he's a kid, man. He's a kid.
He's only 19 years old.
I know.
And he's doing this.
He's doing a great job.
Okay, interesting. You go further back. A lot of the Andretti Autosport guys are further back. Rossi, Hunter Ray, Marco. And then you guys were really working on a little bit of everything.
Look at it. If you think about it, like Mateus and I.
Mateus Leis, your teammate.
Mateus Leis, my teammate. If we had gone a 1/10.5 quicker, we would have had advanced to the Fast 12. So
wow.
Don't be alarmed that some people are in the back because it's so tight. A 1/10.5, it's one corner.
Well, and take a look at TK throughout the course of the afternoon. You guys were chasing it out of the gate. Well, what is it? Just the overall balance of the car, or what?
It is. We had a brake issue in the morning, so we kind of lost the first session. So then we're trying to catch up. It's always a really beat when you have 3 sessions like that in the day.
But so quick too. There's only 45 minutes.
I know. And then you have some red flags and you're done. Yeah. So hopefully, we obviously didn't have a good day, but we'll fix it for tomorrow.
And Tony will start 24th tomorrow. Hard not to catch the racing bug living in Indy. Long time Colts kicker Anna Vinatieri has become partners with former IRL driver Jack Miller. They've started Miller Vinatieri Motorsports. They run 2 cars in USF 2000. Jack's son Jack William is one of the drivers. Eduardo Barrichello is the other. Let's hear from Adam.
My son and Dr. Jack Miller's son, when they were, 7, whatever it was, they jumped in a couple go-karts and off they went. My son decided traditional sports were kind of still his way. We just kind of stayed part of it, and it was always been a goal of mine. And I told little Jack, I said, when you're running Indy, I want to be right there in the pits with you doing your thing. So it's been awesome so far.
As you take a look at the schedule tomorrow, Eduardo Barrichello, Rubens Barrichello's son. How good is he?
I know. He's good. He's good. He's learning a lot, and, it's so fun to see it. I mean, I saw the kid being born.
Really? That's a whole other show there. But he is a lot of fun to watch. There's no question about it. For Tony Kanon, I'm Dave First. Much more at 7. Tonight on the News 11. Meantime, the News at 6 continues after this.
Tune in.
Saturday at 16th in Georgetown or in your neighborhood, dry in the morning, an increasing chance for showers in the afternoon. The best chance for showers, though, tomorrow night. We'll squeak out 62 degrees.
It is May. It is May.
It will warm up. It will warm up. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Up next here is World News with David Muir.
And then we'll be right back here at 7 and 11.